right, welcome back. Section number 13, project number 3. We're going to be building out the Adobe AfterEffects 2022 Basics promo video and adding some animation to an already finished promo video. So what I mean by that is all I want to really do is improve what I already have. We have kind of the groundwork for what we need to do, and all we're going to do is add some animation to that, okay, which is the fun part. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. So the very first thing I want you to do is inside of After Effects, let's click on New Project. We're gonna do File, Save As, okay, and we'll save this in Documents. I'm gonna make a Projects folder, okay, we'll do 01 Projects, and then I'm gonna save this as, we'll make a new folder, we'll call it 03 Project number 3, Adobe After Effects 2022 Basics. Okay. And then we can give this the same exact label. So I can label this the same exact thing, and we'll put it inside of this folder. We'll save it. Then we're going to go to Firefox. We're going to go to learntechprojectfiles.com. Click on Adobe After Effects 2022 Projects, and then select project number 3, Adobe After Effects 2022 Basics. Okay, we're going to let this file download, and while it's doing that, we'll kind of talk about what we're going to be building. Okay, so really what I want to do with this project is I want to show you how to create some cool effects with pre-made graphics. Okay, so we're going to grab the files that we downloaded, and we'll jump right into it right now. Okay, so this zip file here, I want to bring this into Documents, and then we're going to go to Projects and project number 3. Okay, I'm going to double click on it, and then we'll look at the files that we have. So we have an introduction, benefits, what you will learn, students, requirements, and thank you, and then the actual promo video. Okay, so what I want to do, and I'm not going to use any audio in this. Okay, there is audio in the video, but what I want to do is show you how to create the effects. Okay, so we're going to just pick random spots in the promo video to put these graphics with the idea in mind that I want you to focus on the animation. Okay, this is an animation project. Okay, the focus is you take files that have already been created and then you make the promo video better. Okay, so let's go to After Effects. Let's right click on the project panel here. Click on Import File. We're going to go to project number 3. I'm going to highlight all this. We're going to open it. And then I want to just bring these in. So normally what I would do is I'd bring in this one first, and then we're going to bring in all the Photoshop files. Okay, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what we'll do is I will turn these all off, and the only one I want to work with is introduction. Okay, so we can look at the promo video there. Let's see if this is, so double click on that. All right, so let's delete these layers real quick, and this one, and then let's get rid of this. Double click on this, and then we'll bring in just the video. Okay, and I'll kind of scrub through just to see what it looks like. Really, it doesn't want to work. Okay, so what we'll do is delete this composition, and new composition from footage. Okay, which we have right here. I'll hit open. Okay, so we have our footage. Okay, I'll save this file. And let's do this. All right, I'm back. So I had to restart the application because it was getting all wonky on me, and I'm not sure why it was doing that. But here's kind of a preview of the promo video. So at the beginning of the promo video, we get a thumbnail for After Effects. Then we get into the sections, okay? And then we go into kind of what you're going to learn. And then the ending is another thumbnail, and then Learn Tech Plus, which is my logo and my business. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to bring in introduction. And we're going to assume that we have a script. Okay, we have a storyboard or an outline already in place, and we know exactly where we want all this stuff to be placed and how long we want it to be. So we want each one of these graphics to be 5 seconds, and we want them in intervals of 5 seconds. Okay, so benefits, we want that to be 5 seconds, and we want it to be from 10 seconds to 15. Okay, so we'll work on these first two and then do the other ones. Okay, so introduction, we're going to have that start right here. So I'll select both of these and move them down. Okay, so I just want this graphic to show up here. And then what I want also is I'm going to turn off benefits real quick. I'm going to grab introduction, and I want it to be in the lower left hand, or we could do the right corner. Now let's do it there. Okay, so we want it to be there. And then I want to transform this and give it kind of a clean exit strategy, right? So we're going to set the opacity to 100% and then go to the end of the clip or the layer and set it to 0. So what's going to happen is it's going to appear, which I'll play it. It will appear. I'm going to mute my speakers. And then it's going to fade away. Then we're going to have benefits appear in the same exact spot. So we're going to overlap these for a second just so we can see where it should go. Okay. And then I'll move it over. So as this is fading away, benefits pops up. So we'll give it a second to kind of, there we go. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll go to 20 seconds. I'll pause. Then I'll set the opacity for this one. So the opacity for this will be 100%. Then we'll go to the end of the layer and set it to 0. Okay. So we'll get the same effect. Okay, and then we'll bring in the next one, which is going to be what you'll learn. Okay, same thing. We're going to make this 5 seconds long, give or take. We'll put it right here, and we'll overlap it just so that it's in the same position. Okay, and then I'll bring it out, let it transition a little bit, and do the same thing. Set my opacity here to 100%, and then here we're going to set it to 0. Now, what are we really doing here? We're setting keyframes. And think of keyframes as like markers or chapters in a video, okay? So when you watch a movie, even on, now it's YouTube, but when I was doing DVD authoring, we would make chapters, right? If you go in a book, they have chapters. If you go on a website, they have links. So think of these frames as links or chapters, okay? You're marking it and saying, okay, at this point, I want something to happen, okay? So at this point right here, we start to fade away, right? Same here, we fade away. Same here, we fade away. Okay, so it's a clean transition out of the graphic. We just have a kind of jump cut in, which is fine. And then when it leaves, it fades away. So let's make this one 5 seconds, give or take, and I'll set it right to the marker, and then we'll go to 35 seconds. We'll just drop it in the bottom right-hand corner here, and go to about 33 seconds, 34 seconds. Set the opacity to 100, and this is our starting point for the effect. So we're saying, all right, start this effect at 34 seconds, frame 3, and then go to 35 seconds, frame 13, and set the opacity to 0. So our effect is 2 seconds. Beautiful. Okay. Then let's do the same with requirements and with thank you, and then we're all done. So we'll do the same thing here. We'll bring this over, do the same thing here. We'll go to 45 seconds this time and kind of let it extend out a little more, okay? Because we have more time left, right? So we can go to, before we do anything, let's move this down to the bottom right-hand corner, okay? And then we can go to about 43 seconds. As close to 43 as you can, so 42 seconds and 59 frames is fine. We'll set the transform to opacity to 100%, then we'll go to 45 seconds, give or take, right at the end of the timeline here. Set it to 0, and now we have our effect. So it's the same thing, requirements, boom, there you go. Then at 50 seconds, we can add the last one, which is thank you. And what we're going to do with this one is we're not going to transition out of it. We're just going to have it jump cut in. Okay. So I'll just bring this over to 50 seconds. And then I'll scrub until the thumbnail pops up, which is about right there. So we'll cut this, we'll trim the clip, right? And then we'll just put it in the bottom right-hand corner. So now we've added a layer to the already polished promo video, but we've made it even better, okay? So if you kind of look at the effects that we've added here, you have the thumbnail, which is the introduction, right? And then you have introduction, you have benefits, what you will learn, and you notice the time that we have for each graphic. It gives the student plenty of time to read the graphic, because what you don't want to do is throw a graphic up there and jump cut away. You want to give them 3 to 5 seconds to read the graphic, okay? Now this one is extremely long, which is fine for this example, and we don't kind of stack them right on top of each other, we kind of stag them a little bit, so it's easier to see, and then you have thank you, okay? And there you go. So that's the Adobe After Effects 2022 Basics promo video, how you add effects to it, okay? So great job. I really enjoyed bringing this to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.